What is going on, everyone? My name is Chris Vincelli. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to be speaking to you about how to go out by yourself. How to have a night on the town all by yourself. How to go out alone, go out solo. Let's face it, there are going to be instances in which you want to go out to a nightclub or a bar or a restaurant, but you don't have anyone to go out with. Maybe all of your friends are being lame that night. Maybe they're sick and they don't want to go out. Maybe they're married with kids and they got obligations at home. Or maybe you're just brand new to a certain city and you don't know anyone there yet, but you still want to go out and be social. You still want to check out the city's nightlife and meet people. Going out alone was something that I did pretty often when I first moved to Miami. I didn't know anyone when I first moved here, but going out by myself was a very fruitful experience. It was amazing, and I got to meet some of my best friends in Miami just by going out by myself. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about the 5 things you need to do in order to have a successful night out all by yourself. And I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna dive into that right now. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to just embrace and own the fact that you're going out by yourself, all right? Just accept it and let that be a part of your story for the night. Going out by yourself, that's not something that a lot of people do. That's something that not everyone has the self-confidence and the courage to do. So if you just own up to it, if you just embrace and accept it, and you make that a part of your story, it's gonna make you a pretty interesting person to get to know. And it's gonna set you apart from others at the nightclub or at the restaurant or at the bar that you're going to. And when people ask you, if you're chatting up people at the bar or at the nightclub, and people ask you where your friends are, don't lie, don't hide it. Say that you're going out by yourself. Say that your friends are being lame and you want to have a night out in the town regardless. Or just say that you're new in town and you don't know anybody. That's an interesting thing. That's gonna set you apart from other people. And you're gonna end up making friends pretty easily because people might find you interesting. People are gonna respect that you had the initiative and the self-confidence to go out all by yourself. And like I said, that's not something most people have. All right, so once you've embraced the fact that you're going out all by yourself, the second thing you need to do if you want to have a fun night, if you want to have a good night out, if you want to meet people, be talkative, the second thing you need to do is to start warming up, is to start being social the second you walk out the door. So that means that if you're taking an Uber to a specific bar that you're going to, chat up the Uber driver, be social with them. Or, for example, in my case, when I leave my apartment, I got to take an elevator all the way down to the lobby. I'll start chatting up the people in the elevator. I'll try to be as social as possible. I'm gonna try to warm myself up because that builds momentum for the rest of the night. If I can talk up the Uber driver or if I can be sociable with the people in the elevator with me, then chances are I'll probably be talkative and personable the rest of the night. So start warming yourself up the moment you walk out the door. Talk to the Uber driver, talk to people in the elevator. When you get to the bar or to the restaurant, talk up the barmaid, talk up the bartender, the hostess, the waitress. Just, start your night off in a social manner and keep that going for the rest of the night. If you're sitting at a bar, look to your left, look to your right, and start chatting up the people next to you. They can be total strangers, but that's fine. You want to be social on your night out. You want to have a fun night out. You want to potentially meet people, have a great time, make new connections, maybe even meet someone special. You gotta be social from the moment you walk out the door. And like I said, if you can be sociable with people, total strangers in the elevator or the Uber driver or, strangers, sitting at the bar once you get somewhere, you're gonna be social the rest of the night. All right, the next thing to keep in mind is to go somewhere that's gonna put you in a good mood. We are typically a lot more sociable, a lot more fun to be around when we're in a good mood, when we're happy, when we're liking the vibe, the ambiance. So you'd want to go somewhere that's going to put you in a good mood, that's going to make you happy, that you're going to have fun at. So for example, if you happen to be a fan of jazz music, well, maybe go to a jazz bar. At least that bar is going to play the type of music that you like. And by doing so, by enjoying your time there, enjoying the ambiance, the vibe, the music, you're gonna be in a happier mood. You'll probably end up being more sociable, and you can meet a few interesting and perhaps like-minded people while you're there. You can talk about the music, you can talk about the vibe, you can talk about the bar. The same goes if you happen to be a fan of country music, for example. Well, maybe go to a country music bar. Or if you happen to be a fan of reggaeton, well, go to a Latin bar or a Latin club. The ambiance and the music is gonna appeal to you. It's gonna put you in a better mood, and you're more likely to meet people when you're in a good mood, when you're feeling good, when you got a good energy to you. So yes, go to a place that's gonna give you some good energy, that's gonna make you happy. Choose a place based on its music or its vibe, its ambiance. Or if you're going to a restaurant, choose a place based on its cuisine. You'll end up having a much better night out because of that. All right, I got 2 more points I want to go over, but before I do so, I want to let you know that whether you've seen my content before or if this is the first time viewing one of my videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every single time I come out with other great and similar content. And if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and smash that like button. YouTube loves it when people like my videos. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. It helps support the channel. So do me a favor and smash that like button. And yes, I am on Instagram, so feel free to follow me there too. Okay, the fourth thing that you can do is to go somewhere new. Go to a place you've never been to before. The reason I say that is because when you go somewhere new, you're naturally gonna be a little inquisitive. So when you get to a particular bar, a bar that you've never been to before, you wanna find out, what type of drinks are they known for? What does their happy hour look like? What nights of the week do they have any particular drink specials or food specials? And by being curious, by being inquisitive, you'll probably end up asking, the barmaid or the bartender some of these questions. You might even ask the people around you, hey, what's a good drink around here? And, anything you'd recommend from the drink menu? Or what type of dishes and appetizers is this place known for? It's gonna force you to ask questions. It's gonna force you to be inquisitive and, as a result, be more social. All right, and the fifth and last thing you should do every time you go out by yourself, the fifth thing that you need to do in order to have a successful night out is to give yourself a goal for the night. And if your goal is to, go out by yourself, but, meet people while you're going out, you might want to give yourself a goal of meeting, 3 or 5 people every time you go out by yourself, every time you go out alone. I know that was the case for me when I first moved to Miami. I didn't know anyone. I was looking to, make friends or develop a social circle, a social network. So every time I went out by myself, I gave myself a goal of meeting at least 3 people per night. 3 people that I'd be able to exchange contact information with, that I may or may not keep in contact with, but at least I gave myself a goal. And by doing so, I was able to slowly expand my social circle. I was able to meet girls and go on dates. I was able to meet interesting people that I became friends with. So yes, give yourself a goal. Give yourself a purpose for going out that night. Keep that goal in mind throughout the entire night and hold yourself accountable. If you haven't really talked to anybody yet, if you haven't exchanged numbers with anyone, you might want to do so. Give yourself a goal and be accountable to that goal. When we give ourselves a target, when we give ourselves goals, we really do our best to strive and achieve those goals. And so if you're going out with the purpose of meeting people, of being sociable, of having just a great night on the town, you have to give yourself a goal. And I think a reasonable goal to start with is to just give yourself a goal of meeting 3 people per night. Get their Instagram, get their number, exchange contact information, get to know 3 people every single time you go out. That's gonna hold yourself accountable, and you're gonna see that you'll be meeting a lot of people that way. And you'll see that after just a few nights of going out by yourself, you can actually develop a pretty strong social circle. But what has your experience been? Have you ever gone out by yourself? Any stories to tell? Let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And like I mentioned earlier, whether you've seen my content before or this is the first time viewing one of my videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every single time I come out with other great and similar content. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and smash that like button. YouTube loves it when people like my videos. It helps support the channel immensely. So go ahead and smash that like button. And yes, I am on Instagram, so feel free to follow me there too. Thanks everyone. Talk soon.